everyone, it's Nina, and I'm here today with Neat and Tangled to share with you some inspiration using our Santa's Ride Stamps and Dies set. This is a really cute holiday stamp set that I think is really fun to use, and also to color. It's very great for practicing Copic coloring, which I'm going to be doing today. Here's the stamp set. It goes with so many cute little images, including a Santa, a reindeer, and a sleigh, and it also goes with coordinating dies, which we'll be using as well. Now, originally, I had a different plan for this card than what the final version ended up being, but as you can see, I'm stamping the Santa Claus as well onto my cardstock here, and that was just because originally I thought I was going to end up using him, and I didn't use him for this card, but I did use him for another project that I'll be sharing over on my blog later on this week. So I'm stamping my images with Memento Tuxedo Black ink, and I'm double stamping them to get a nice crisp impression. I'm going to go ahead and press that down. I'm using my Misty tool to stamp the images. I'm also taking the Merry Little Christmas stamp set, and I'm just stamping a couple of the little presents that are included in the stamp set because I wanted to have a couple more than what were included in the Santa's Ride. So here I'm coloring in my images with Copic markers. You don't have to use Copics. I like using Copics, so this is the color medium that I've chosen to work with, but you can use any kind of coloring medium you'd like. As you can see, I already had colored in the Santa because I thought I was going to be using it on this card. But as you can see, I'm now working on the sleigh, and then I'll work on the reindeer and then the gifts as well. I'm using some greens to color in this sleigh, and I used some yellows to create a gold little edge on that sleigh there. I liked having a gold and green color combination. I've used some grays, and I'm just adding in some shading along the areas of where it would be darkest. For the little reindeer, I'm using some light browns, and I'm going to do some shading to color him in. I'm going to try to keep him as light as possible without getting too heavy with darker colors, just because I wanted to have a little bit of a brighter look. What I'm going to do is I'm going to finish coloring all of these little images in, and then we'll come back and finish the rest of the card once I've got all the coloring all finished. Okay, so once we've got all of our coloring done, as you can see, I'm taking the dies for the Santa's Ride stamp set and also for the little Merry Little Christmas stamp set. And I'm going to tape these down onto my cardstock panel here and run them through my die cutting machine. Go ahead and take them out. So now I'm working on building the rest of my card. I've got a sentiment here which is built from both the Santa's Ride and the Merry Little Christmas stamp sets. I'm just going to be stamping this down onto this stitched oval that I've die cut from white cardstock. So then I'm going to go ahead and heat emboss this. So here I'm taking some PPA matte adhesive, and I'm attaching the little images that I've made to put behind my or inside my sleigh, I should say. I'm gluing those down with that liquid glue. This is a really nice liquid glue that I really recommend for using pretty much anything, really. It's very strong and it holds things down perfectly. So I wanted my reindeer to have a little bit of a string to pull the sleigh. So I'm taking some gold bow wire, and I love gold bow wire because it's got a nice flexibility, and it also is very easy to manipulate. And I'm just going to take that bow wire and thread it underneath his collar, and I'll tape that down, and then we'll go ahead and attach it shortly. First off, though, I'm going to be taking my little sentiment panel, and I'm going to attach it to some vellum. I'm going to take some scissors from Fiskars. These are some scalloped edge scissors. I'm just going to cut a little bit of a scalloped edge around the outside portions of that panel. I'm going to pop it up with some craft foam here. I'm going to just attach that down onto my card base. My card base is covered with some patterned paper. For the bottom of my card here, I'm going to be attaching the little snow hills. These are stitched snowy hills from Lawn Fawn. I'm going to attach those down, and then I'll trim off the excess portion. As you can see, I've got another layer that I'm going to adhere down. I've already cut off the excess. Put that down and cut the ends off of that one. With a Copic marker, actually 2 Copic markers, I'm going to be doing some shading to the snow. I'm just doing a simple dot technique. I'm going to take a gray color, this is W1, I'm going to go ahead and just add a little bit more darker shading to the snow, just to kind of give it a little bit of variation in texture and help it have a more realistic look. So now I'm attaching my images to my card here. I'm taking some foam tape and I'm going to attach it down to the back side of my little sled, and then I will go ahead and adhere that down onto my card base. Here I'm taking the reindeer and I'm going to attach the bow wire to the sleigh. I'm just going to tie it into a knot and apply it over top. Here's I've got some Wink of Stella glitter that I'm adding onto some of the little portions of the images and also to the snow. Just give it a nice bit of sparkle and shine. And here I've got some glossy accents. I'm going to be adding some dots of glossy accents onto the jingle bells, and then I'm also going to cover all of the ribbons on the packages with the glossy accents. This will give them a nice bit of a raised look and also a bit of more catch some of that sparkle inside. To finish off the background, I'm going to be taking some sequins. These are some clear sequins from Neat and Tangled, and then the stars are from Lucy's Little Things. I'm going to glue all those down with my PPA matte adhesive. With a white gel pen, I'm going to go ahead and add little dot details to different portions of the snow just to give it a little bit of extra color. And then I'm going to finally take some enamel accents and add that around the snow background and the sequins. So that's going to finish off my card for today. I hope you've enjoyed. Be sure to stop over at the Neat and Tangled blog where you can get more information on this card as well as the products used. And thanks again so much for stopping by. Be sure to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and thanks for watching.